All right, Kimberly Benoit, in your new book, We've All Done It, you're making the
Mhm.
argument that we as leaders need to be more reflective about our potential toxic behaviors. So I've got a top
Mhm.
5 list. We used to do top 10 lists, but people have shorter attention spans now. So we've shrunk it down to a top 5 list of potential toxic scenarios. Jodah and I are going to present, these two going back and forth, and we just want to see, have you done any of these? So, number 1, during your annual performance review, your boss asked you why you haven't figured out how to clone yourself so you can be in 3 places at once and collaborate with your clones on the annual Christmas party. Have you done that? Or have you experienced that?
No, not
Okay.
exactly.
Well, let's go to number 2, Jodah. Jodah, you want to take number 2?
Yes. Okay, Kimberly. Number 2.
Yes.
Your boss tells her entire staff that they need to work even more extremely hardcore than Elon Musk's Twitter team, and then goes on a 3-week vacation to Tanzania where she proceeds to get blitz drunk. Has this happened to you before?
Or something similar?
I have had an instance where we were having an emergency response to something, and suddenly we realized some of our more senior leaders were out, and then found out that they all just so happened to be vacationing in like the same place while we were all working 12 plus hour days. So yes, I've seen that happen.
All right.
That was
Number
awesome.
3.
That was fun trying to explain that. Yes.
Number 3, your boss is praised by the CEO of the business for solving world hunger, but he doesn't even acknowledge that you're the one who invented Soylent Green. Soylent Green is people, folks.
Listen to me, Hatcher. You gotta tell him Soylent Green is people!
Have you ever experienced anything like that at work?
Oh, I think everyone has experienced some leader taking credit for the work that you and your team has done. If that hasn't happened yet, hold on, it will. Yes, that has absolutely happened. Yes.
All right.
But not people.
Not Soylent Green, though.
Not Soylent. You didn't invent Soylent
Green,
Green, Kimberly? Have you ever tried it?
And it's so funny. I wonder how many people actually really get that reference. That's
people.
Such a generational reference.
People.
Yes.
They're actually, if you do a search, there is a product out there now called Soylent Green. It's a protein drink or something like that. I don't.
But the original reference.
Exactly. Yes. It's
So
not
for
made
the
of
kids out
aging.
there, there's a movie called Soylent Green. It's about, the product is actually made out of humans. You kind of like WALL-E, because I think there's a theory like in that WALL-E movie, like the people on that spaceship are actually eating other human
Each
beings.
other?
Yeah. You didn't know that?
That is a theory? I didn't know that.
That is
No.
dark. Very dark.
Yeah.
That is really dark. Kind of
It
changes
It
that whole
does.
movie.
It's a much darker movie than you think.
Yeah.
All right, number 4. Speaking
I
of
sure
dark,
hope
number
Disney
4.
doesn't come after us. That's okay. We don't know if that's true, Disney. We're just hypothesizing. Pixar, yeah. Okay, number 4. You never know which boss will greet you when you walk into their office. Is it Dr. Jekyll's cheerful smile or Mr. Hyde's evil eyebrows? They're alive. The eyebrows are alive, and they are malicious. So have you encountered this before?
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
I used to have a boss that I was pretty much convinced her eyebrows were alive, and they would speak to me during meetings.
Well, that's interesting. I mean, I think in any situation you can have, and what I'm referencing too is like I live in an area that's prone to like a lot of natural disasters, and so when you think about, and it's truly like with COVID and stuff, you never knew sometimes like if people hadn't slept the night before, you probably end up talking to somebody very different.
Oh yeah, yeah, 100%.
But if you're talking about just somebody who generally has like personality instability on a regular, yeah, I think everybody's probably encountered one or two of those. I mean, I have over 20 years of work experience, so I'm pretty sure yes, there's a couple of faces that might come to mind.
All right, so number 5, and this is the last one. You receive a directive that it's imperative for you to return to the office right away, but still do all of your meetings on Zoom, including your boss's mandatory team building karaoke sessions. Have you experienced that, Kimberly?
Fortunately, no, because I now work for myself, so I'm not forced to go back into an office. But I do know many people that absolutely applies to, because they think it's hysterical that they're sitting in a cube on Zoom meetings next to other people in their cubes. Like, it is the most absurd thing I've ever heard of in my entire
I sometimes am at work thinking that myself.
Woo!
I'm like, came all the way to work and all my meetings are on Zoom.
Yeah, like I'm really still like trying to figure out what are people like, what are some of these leadership thinking? Like, there's no way you're going to maintain the same level of productivity. And also, maybe they just want to, like, they're mad because they're stuck in a lease they can't get out of. And so we're going to pay, it's sunk cost. So we're going to make you come in anyway. I have no idea. But yes, making people come in to do that is, I personally, grateful, not my problem, but it is for a lot of people.
For sure.